Yo, it's your boy DJ Filthy Rich.
Yeah, it's your boy DJ Big X.
What up, man? DJ Smooth.
And this is the We Outside Show, and we have our special guest today, Amy Luciani. Let's get it.
Okay, I get claps.
Yeah, you get claps.
Yeah.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling good.
Good.
Feeling great, actually.
So we just met you a couple days ago.
True.
You came to New Music Monday, and you performed and you showed out.
Did my thing.
Yeah, let's talk about the records that you performed. I want to talk about those. So tell the people what the name of the records are, and if you know who produced them, because the same producer I remember said did both of them, and they fire.
So this is the part where I get embarrassed because I don't want to mess up on a producer of my single, which is Bag Lady.
Okay.
So can I look in the audience? Can I look in?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Mob Glizzy, okay. Because it's been two amazing producers that's been going back and forth on the songs I've been working on. Shout out to Mob Glizzy, shout out to Phil. But Mob Glizzy did the single, which is Bag Lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely a dope record. I love the production on that. It got
Yes.
that old, what is the EPMD sample?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
That's
three of
hard.
them on there.
Yeah, it's like 3 samples in that one
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is
He went crazy. Shout out to Mob. He went crazy.
Yeah, I love that record. And you nice. You can rhyme now.
I do a little something.
Now listen, I'm very, 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 very into lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't, hey, you all right over there?
You
You gonna live? Is he gonna
right?
live?
Smoking that DJ Smooth.
Okay.
I told you to stop smoking that Herschel Walker while we filming, man. I'm really into lyrics. You know what I mean? So I think that's what stood out to me the most about you is you really had some bars.
That's the focus.
Yeah.
That's what I really focus on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you write. I'm assuming you write your own.
Well, not to be cocky, I haven't written in 4 years.
Ooh, talk heavy now. I meant a ghostwriter. You mean you don't even write
I
at
haven't
all.
written in my team. They out there. I haven't written in 4 years.
Off the dome?
Everything. I go in there. I punch it in. It's in the head.
Super.
I found like punching in has brought out more of like a rugged rawness to it versus when I was writing 4 years back, it was good, but it was so concentrated sometimes, and it almost sounded too perfected. So now it's like the punch ins. That's my new vibe. 4 years doing that.
Man, that's dope. You got to perfect it though, because I damn sure wouldn't have been able to tell.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of the shit.
Damn.
Kind of.
So, when I was listening to your music yesterday at New Music Monday, I noticed you was, and I went to your Instagram page. I see you from Detroit, right?
Yep.
You didn't really have a classic Detroit sound. Why?
I've been in Atlanta for a while. It's almost
Okay.
half and half at this point. Like,
Okay.
I came down here to pursue the music career to better, sometimes being at home, you kind of almost cap out at your max.
Okay.
And I love my city, but I feel like I needed to expand. So I came here kind of early in. So
Right.
it's almost to the point I go back home and they like, ugh, you kind of sound like your accent a little different.
Right.
So it's half and half at this point almost.
Okay. And like right now, Detroit is kind of popping. Like they got a little wave going on.
For
like,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, for sure.
Like, when you in the studio now, do you feel like now that they got that kind of wave and Atlanta had you've been in Atlanta for a minute, you kind of know the scene. Do you feel kind of like pressure being from Detroit? They kind of, do you feel like you got to make a Detroit song?
I don't. I feel like I don't classify myself in any category. I'm an artist. So if I got to
Okay.
get on a West Coast beat, we can go that way. If I got to
Okay.
go Detroit, we can go that way.
Right.
I can go in the South. But I can say Detroit is definitely on the map. I'm looking forward to doing more records to kind of have that type of formula.
Right.
But I don't want to just be like, oh, you're a Detroit rapper.
Right.
I just want to be, I'm an artist. I just
Right.
want to do my thing.
Because that's what kind of stood out to me a little bit. I mean, I know you probably had something, but that's what kind of stood out to me when I listened to you. I was like, yo, she didn't sound like she was from Detroit.
Yeah.
But then when I went to your page, it said Detroit, Atlanta. So I said, okay, she had to have been in Atlanta for a minute.
Definitely. I always put my city on the map, but I'm definitely back and forth. I was just in the city probably about 2 weeks ago. We went back home, shot a video. So I'm going to always go back home. Gotta go back home.
That's right.
So within the past like 2 years, every time I meet somebody from Detroit,
Yeah.
I'll be like, how many Tubi movies you been on? How many Tubi shows you been on? Because, yo, Detroit is running Tubi right now. Have you
Yes.
done anything?
I haven't. We actually are gearing up to do something on a big show.
Okay.
It's not even on Tubi. It's kind of,
It's on TV.
yeah, it's on TV, but it's a Detroit director. The whole crew is from the city. And people don't notice, like, I feel like it's this thing where they kind of laugh and clown a little bit on the Detroit film, but it's big back home.
No,
and
they
they're
hard.
going crazy with it as
watch
well.
I watch them. That's why I always ask people. I'm like, no, what's my man name? Murder Pain.
Murder Pain.
Going crazy.
It's so many series. Like Detroit is definitely
Like he got-
captivating that film world. And I think that once I don't even want to say on a, what's another better word besides like, you know how they say low budget films if they haven't made independent.
Independent. Yep.
We're gearing up to be outside of that. And once that happens, Detroit definitely gonna go crazy on the film because the independent route, I know a lot of directors doing that and they're trying to peak onto something better. Yeah, Detroit is definitely coming with the films. Yo.
Nah, they're going
Yeah,
crazy.
he got me watching. What's that? McGraw.
McGraw Ave. It's
Yeah.
hard, right?
Yeah.
I told you.
They just reached out.
And
Shout
I
out
never
to McGraw Ave.
never even watched Tubi till you told me about it, and I went and started watching it. I'm like, man, it is a lot of Detroit movies.
It is. So what happened was my man be on me because we love independence, like independent music, independent artists, independent films. I got a cartoon, so he's like, you got to go on Tubi and watch these Detroit niggas. They going crazy, and I'm like, man, I ain't watching Tubi because
McGraw Ave going crazy though.
McGraw
Oh, yeah.
Ave is so hard. And then I watched Murder Pain had a movie. I think it was Plug Love.
Plug Love.
That was hard to me too. You got to watch that next.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to see you definitely on TV, man. 'cause
Well,
Detroit
shout out to
definitely
McGraw Ave. They reached out recently, and we gonna put something together.
You got to get in there.
Yeah, you got to get in
know
there.
her.
Yeah, you got to get in
Yeah.
there.
That's dope. Well, you started on YouTube, right?
No, I didn't start on YouTube, but YouTube kind of was like the platform that took it there.
Okay. So you're comfortable in front of a camera, basically.
Very much. I've been doing it.
Do you run the YouTube page? Like, I'm always curious on how people get their analytics and all that. Do you handle all that? Because it's a lot of work.
Between my videographer and I,
Yeah.
of course, I come up with the content. She films it, edits it, and then I put it out.
Okay.
Come up with the what is it? The thumbnails. I'm very included inside of the process, but yeah,
So it's only two of y'all? Mm-hmm. Oh, you are working.
2 women doing the thing, 2 black women doing the thing.
Let's clap for that.
said she
black
can help
women
us.
and 2 women.
Yeah.
respect
Actually, to
that.
be honest, the majority of my team is black women, aside of my manager and a few other people. I definitely prided myself in getting a lot of black women who either went to school for it or trying to do it, hustling. I put a lot of the greats, so a lot of black women really running this for me.
I love working with black women, too. We just brought more black women on the staff here, and it already elevated the show.
Definitely. Shout out to them.
We're strip club
we got
DJs. We
snaps.
work with black women a lot.
Okay.
You know what I
Y'all
mean?
see a lot of black cheeks.
A lot of black cheeks.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Got it. Got
love
it.
those.
I like that.
Love those.
Love
like
those
that.
black cheeks.
Speaking of black cheeks, your Instagram is popping.
Well, I've heard that as well.
Yeah.
I've heard that as well.
You take good pictures. You know what I mean?
You know, I be doing what I do, friend. You know, I do what I do.
you do have a dope image though. So are you thinking about getting into, thinking ahead, like maybe into the product game or maybe some purses, some lip gloss, something?
My team and I are working on all of that. So basically, recently, we do this thing as artists and influencers where we kind of revamp pages like every 6 months or at least once a year. So right now, what you're seeing on Instagram is like the new revamped. It's first quarter, so we kind of putting the new stuff. But if I was to unarchive last year's life, I'm Queen Product. From Fenty, Rihanna to any of them. You can name any of them. I'm contracted with all of them. But this year, I wanted the focus to be the music. So when I came out of all those contracts, you can get swept into almost like too much of being an influencer if you keep doing too much products and services for other people, and it overshadows the music. Because once you contracted with 4 or 5 people, it's like, we need these posts 2 times a week. And I do that times 5 companies.
Yeah, it's a
That's a
job.
lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it's like, when you post the music. So we made a decision to really focus on the music this year, because that's the main focus for me. So definitely, yeah, I done rocked with a lot of big products, but I'm trying to focus on the Amy Luciani brand this year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the big brand right there.
That's dope.
You done cracked the matrix.
Yeah, definitely.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
So I heard you talk about like getting paid as an influencer, and a lot of girls are on Instagram like hoping that they can get started in that direction. A lot of girls taking pictures.
A lot.
So what's kind of like the process for becoming like an influencer where you get paid? Like you said, you usually had 4 or 5 different contracts.
Yeah, I've had about 7 at one time at one point.
Okay.
The main focus is, you know what, I want to say for the ladies, you can get swept in being like, I'm beautiful, I got a body, let me just keep posting these sexy pictures, over-sexualizing it. That's really not what they're going for. That's like a misconception. It's more so of it looking brandable. You know, if you're going to post it, make it make sense. And what makes sense is if you're trying to get them big brands, they ain't trying to see, can I say the word pussy on here?
Yes.
Yeah.
They ain't trying to see pussy lips. They ain't trying to see the whole ass. It's like a way you kind of shape it and take the picture. You do it on a level where the brands can repost you, because it's such a big difference in like porn type models and branded models.
Right.
And people think that when they see us kind of showing a little bit of cleavage, it's like the girls come up like, oh, let me show it all to get a deal. And you're not going to get the deal doing it that way. So you want to do it in a tasteful way where the brands can say like, you're not going to get the paid shadow ban, or you're not going to get a shut down by showing just too much. So I feel like the main thing is polishing it, thinking of it on a professional level. Everybody got a body now.
Right.
Everybody fine in their own rights, but you showing too much, it ain't happening. As far as the big deals, it ain't happening. Now you might get a little pookie from the block who gonna give you $50 in a little blunt to show something, but you want to go big, you gotta make it a little classy.
So it is a math and kind of art form
For
to
sure.
it. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just like, so for a man like us looking at Instagram, it's all tits and ass.
They really not getting paid for it. That's why they showing so much. Trying to. You got to kind of clean it up a little bit, make it make sense, if that makes sense. Like, we're not saying you being a New York Fashion Week model, but if you're trying to go for something like that, clean it up.
But I see, like, even when we look at Instagram, and I think we were talking about this the other day, it's like certain girls have a look on their page, like picture-wise.
Right.
And you got the girls that they taking off the same clothes, you know, but it don't look the same.
It don't look the same, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what you're saying, like you got kind of like a polished look.
It's a polished look.
And this is like raw.
Yeah. And you can confuse the audience. Like, what are you selling here?
Okay.
OnlyFans. You know
Yeah, what are you selling here? The more you take off, it's confusing. What are you trying to sell? Are you trying to sell the brand, or what else you trying to do? So, yeah, people got it backwards when it comes out of that.
So we are really confused.
So being that you are influencer, do you get a lot of that the confusion as far as like, are you am I a model, or what are you selling?
No, I think that in the beginning, to be real, before I had a team and I was just doing it myself, it's just like trial and error, just being 100, just trying to figure it out. I also thought like, okay, I got a body, let me show it, and then I was like, I had a friend who was just going up with the deals, and I noticed she had more clothes on, or if she showed something, it was almost like a kind of like a peekaboo type situation. So instantly I realized like, okay, I'm doing something wrong here. And when I start going that route,
they instantly caught.
Start coming.
Right.
And then when I put a little more clothes on and showed a little less, it was like, it made sense. So when I got with my biggest contract, and you know, they go through and they explain everything to the contract, they're like, we want it to look polished. We don't want them to look and be confused. No shade to if you a video model, do your thing. I've done that before.
Right.
But they don't want it to be confused. We're like, what are you doing? Are you a dancer? Are you a video model? Or are you a brand ambassador? Are you a model for this big company? So I just say clean it up, polish it up. Ladies know what I'm saying when I say clean it up.
Right.
Put a little more clothes.
I think the fellas know.
Cover your ass.
Cover your ass a little more.
Who was the
Show them a little bit of it, not everything.
It's showing all that stuff.
Exactly.
Who was the first big brand to reach out to you? Do you remember?
I can't. Let me see. The first big brand would have been Honey Bum, which is a big company out of LA. And I was so excited when Honey Bum reached out, because the year they reached out, it was like they had very few black girls that were on the team. And when they reached out, I was kind of like, whoa. And that opened the door. Once I shot for them, I actually flew to them, did a whole set. And it was like the rest was history for that.
Is that
you just
makeup?
start kind of coming in. It's a clothing brand out of California.
Okay.
Dope.
Yep.
So they hit you up first, or were you actively looking for brands that?
They actually hit me up. They DM'd me from their page and were like, hey, you know, what are your rates? We would love to work with you. Emailed them, and it was like, it just happened so fast.
That's dope.
Yep.
So even with something like that, so that's brand new to you, right? You weren't doing it.
Yep.
So when they hit you and say, what are your rates? We want you to do this. How do you even know how to answer that?
I hit my other homegirl who wasn't with that company, but she was with a major company, and she told me the rates, and I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of was like, it was a change in what I used to charge. Like that day changed what I used to charge. So when she told me what to charge them, I was like, they're not gonna pay that. Right. And she was like, bitch, you heard what I said. Email them that back. And when I told them that, they were like, okay, send us your account and route number. I was like, bitch, what?
No problem.
No.
I love shit like that.
What's your budget?
What? Yeah, it was on and popping after that.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, I love that
question.
because I think a lot of the girls
What's your
too, you're
budget?
giving them the advice on how to dress and how to look, but the information is not out there for them to negotiate a deal anywhere.
Trial and error almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good. It was good to know somebody then.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's hard.
Yep.
So do you think you undersold or oversold?
I will say when I went over to Fenty, Savage Fenty with Rihanna, I realized like, dang, you thought you was getting paid, but you probably was underselling yourself. Because they came in the gate and I was just like almost felt weird when they was paying. Like, why are they paying this? And from there, I actually took that rate, and every company after that, I sent them what her company was paying.
Oh, they said
all of them went for it, and I was
set
thinking,
the bar.
I could have been charging this.
Right.
Like you just don't know though coming in. So, like trial and error. Yeah, I probably cheated myself in the beginning, but you got to learn. You got to kind of figure it out as you're going.
Okay.
That's part of the process.
Part of the process for sure.
So do you feel like with music being so sexualized now, do you have a problem like with people taking your music serious, with you being a model and being kind of like sex does sell.
Yeah.
So when you walk in a room full of execs or people that you're trying to sell your music to, do you have that problem of people taking you serious as an artist?
I can say this: sex does sell, but talent still sells.
Right.
But if you have an overflow of people saying, her being over sexual work, so we all finna go do this.
Right.
It just looks like that's the only thing that's gonna work. But they still looking for talented artists. They still looking for them. I'm here and I'm doing pretty decent. I'm only going up. So I feel like if it works for you, you do it, but it's only gonna work so far. You don't want it to be, are they coming on here to hear the record, or are they coming to see you pop some pussy? Which one?
Right.
And I feel like a lot of the girls coming up in the rap game have saw so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so do it, and it's like this thought of, that's the only way to get on. But I'm a person, I don't really hop into trends. I'm not a trend hopper. I believe that my talent gonna continue to get me where I'm going. And I still know how to balance, like, you can see some of the pictures, I know how to do the sexual stuff. I know how to balance it, but I never wanted to be like, niggas coming to the page to jack off and they ain't even really trying to hear the music. I'm never gonna be in that group.
Right.
The girls who do it, they do it well.
Right.
But then you got girls like me, we doing this well. So I ain't jumping into that lane.
They do that to your music?
No, she said the picture.
So, but you
I
said
talk that shit in the music too, but I just don't want it to be like, I'm just that girl that's like, I had to show you some titties and ass to make you listen to the music. I'm never gonna be that person.
and that's why I asked that, because you said something slick at New Music Monday the other day. You said they sold body,
Yeah.
but I'm selling bars.
Yeah, then the body. You gotta get through the bars and then get to that. You're
Okay.
not gonna come on the front line like just giving you this and then the talent in the back. That's backwards for me.
Right.
It don't make sense to me.
Are you independent?
Yep. I'm independent.
You are.
So
Go ahead.
because I find a lot of females, even though you say that, and you know, like I said, you are very attractive, and I know executives and people see you that. I just find it hard, like now, when you see a lot of the female rappers, everybody is just over sexualized right now. And I'm asking you this for real, does it affect you?
Let me say this, and I be trying to balance out like being humble and just truthful. A lot of the girls, I rock with a lot of them.
Right.
A lot of them. Big, medium, up there, down. All of them rock with me and I rock with them. I can say that it hasn't affected me in a way, and humbly speaking, like, out of all the girls that's independent, millions of followers more than me, look like they got more traction, all that. I bought a mansion last year independent. I bought my dream car independent. None of them did it. So I've proven, like, sis, did it really work?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like after
Smoke
they was
and
done,
mirrors.
did it work? So now this year, actually since I bought my house last year, now the conversation is they're DMing me privately like, sis, what are you doing? How you doing it? And it's like, you got 3 more million followers than me. You done showed it all. So I broke the theory. It don't work.
Okay, they gave it to the world.
Yeah.
You gave it up. You gave it for free. And I ain't gonna say for free because some perks come with it.
Yeah, it does.
Some perks come with it, but you want the perks that's gonna be lasting, real perks, not the ones that's like, oh, that was cute. We seen like, nah.
But we in the city though, so it's like we're in Atlanta, but in Filthy Eggs, we could probably attest to this. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors where it looks really good, and they're in a studio apartment or on a futon or
Air
a
mattress.
blow-up mattress. You
With
know what
3
I'm saying?
roommates.
Right.
With
yeah.
4 roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that.
So when you're really doing it, you know what I'm saying? I even as a DJ
real.
from back in the days, I would come here from the country and be like, I got more money than the guys is up here that's flexing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It be temporary. Like, it's a balance. It's something going on in the culture where girls is almost like wanting it so easy, kind of.
Right.
Like, the quickest thing to do. Like, I tell people this all the time. I got I got a pretty decent following on social media, and I can say, like, I know the cheat code to easily help and go up to 3 million followers right now.
It's not
I can get it in
organic.
3 months right now. I'm almost at 1 million, but I can get to 3 right now. All I got to do is give me some baby oil and give me a bikini and play my music and put a camera in front of me. I can go straight to it.
And you can market some records too.
Yeah, I'm finna work for it so it can be like, it makes sense, not, oh, you did this, so you was just shaking that. I'm not. I don't watch how that go for them. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask you too, like, as a lyricist, I mean, like, I think you're pretty dope as an artist. Like, what do you think a lot of the female rappers would do? Like, because now the whole thing is the whole over sexualized, the whole thing. What happens for a female artist after that whole, since everything is a fad, everything is a moment in time.
We
so,
watching it.
You know
Go
what
to
I'm saying?
OnlyFans.
Right.
We watching it. Like, we're in the day where we're seeing it close and personal. Like, it looks lit, but if you really get into the business and really know what's going on, it ain't no money being generated. It's a bunch of emptiness at the end. It's just like, it's cute, but it's cute for nothing. It's free cute. It's not really nothing. But believe it or not, a lot of them thrive off of the moments of clout. Like,
Right.
you wouldn't believe some of them be like, I ain't make no money, but everybody watching me. It's just crazy
That is insane to
how
me.
it's going.
Right.
Clout don't pay
That's
the bills.
It don't. It doesn't.
I ain't never have a light bill like, man, take some of this clout.
Clout. 3% of the clout will pay the. Nah.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen that.
Yeah.
So while we're talking about music and females, who would be your top 3 or who inspires you, female rap wise?
My top 3, I would have to say Missy Elliott, Foxy. I love Foxy Brown.
I love that first album.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Her and
expect-
Kim,
I
that
wasn't
first-
expecting that answer.
I can
Yeah.
see that.
Really?
I can see it.
I like Foxy.
I can see that.
I love everything Foxy gave. And I could say in the beginning, because we know it wasn't as, the longevity wasn't as long, but in the moment that it was, I love everything Foxy was giving. I would say Missy, Foxy. I would say Kim too.
Yeah.
I loved Kim.
95 Kim.
Yeah, I would say coming up, Kim, when I seen Kim come out with Season them with that yellow fur on, that yellow wig,
Went crazy.
I was watching
Yeah.
it like,
Crush on Your video?
yeah.
Yep.
I was like, she giving fashion and she rapping and she just, I loved it.
And she was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was
Yeah.
bodying it too. Like, yeah, I would say them
So
3.
he say top 3. Why not Nicki?
Why not Nicki?
Man, don't say nothing about Nicki because she
Nah, I'm
She's
keep
sensitive.
it real.
I mean,
gonna
I'm
be like,
gonna ask that question because
She's
she said
sensitive,
top
I'm
3, and
real.
she said she said she's in the top. She should be in the top 5.
ain't get to 5.
But I said her top 3, not top 5.
But no, Nicki thinks she's like top 5 rapper.
Top
No, she's
five.
number 1, she said.
She
Right.
should feel that way about herself.
Right, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's why I say when you said top 3 and you listed
For
3
me,
females.
I'm just, it's the moment when they came out, when Missy came out, it was just like, it was raw to me.
Right.
Like Missy, between the production, the different, Missy had a little weight on her. She still exuded. She was that bitch.
Super duper fly.
The fashion, the dancing, everything. Foxy gave sexy. She was chocolate. She was just raw. When Nicki came out, trust me, I stand for Nicki. I stand for all the girls. But I'm in a moment where when she came out, I was just bopping to it. Like, I fuck with the bars. I fuck with Nicki. But the 3 that I named, it was just something about them. They just gave me chills when they came out. Like, it was everlasting. Like, when I seen Missy do her thing and knew her story and just knew how, you know, even coming from a singing group, just everything. I love Missy, but I definitely fuck with Nicki. I fuck with all of the girls. But
Okay.
I ain't gonna be a fake stan and be like,
Yeah.
that's supposed to be the answer. Nicki, I ain't gonna never do that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
let me-
love Nicki music though.
Let me ask you this then: what about as of today and your peers?
Who I like?
Who you like? Who's dope?
That we need to know about too. Like who's somebody you be like, damn, they need to be check for them.
Now that's a hard question.
I kind of like that's being honest. I kind of like them all on the same level. I haven't yet been just like overly excited just yet.
But it ain't that one female rapper that's new that you go,
That's new?
I fuck with her.
Amy Luciani.
Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Yeah, say it. Talk heavy, man. I'll be like, man, I'm not here to talk about no
Yeah.
other bitches.
It
about
ain't
me.
even that. I ain't gonna say like
I said it. Don't
I'm
worry
so far with the rap. Like I really love this shit. So I be a little more critical, and I'm not into trending rappers. I'm not into all the sounds. I'm not into the. I feel like we're in this space where if this work, everybody going to do the same thing. So honestly, the girls is doing a thing, but it's nobody that I'm just crazy for. Like I'm really trying to think now who I'm playing right now, and it's one girl that's been standing out to me on social media. And she's not even big yet, but I like her. Her name is Scarface. I think her name.
Oh, I know her from New York.
Scarface.
Yeah, she hard. She got
Literally,
the
that's
scar lip.
yeah. She got a scar on her face. Like I don't know. That's one of the people that I find myself going back onto her social media. I really like that type of
She
music.
got a story.
Yeah,
I know why you like her.
I just like it. I just like it. I like what I like, but I'm not crazy over none of them. Now, granted, a lot of them on a playlist because it'd be a vibe, it'd be a moment. But I ain't gonna sit here and be like, I just love this person. I can't name nobody.
Well, speaking of artists with new records, let's get back to you.
Yeah.
We're going to go into the break. I want you to get into your new record, introduce your new record to the people so we can play it.
Okay, the new single is Bag Lady. The official single is Bag Lady. We got a lot of bangers on the table. But Bag Lady is the one that won. It's going up. We got a lot of people opinions, and the energy on Bag Lady is definitely representing the moment we in right now. Because women, we holding that shit down right now. So we in our bag, and if you ain't in your bag, when you play Bag Lady, it's gonna make you get in your bag. So Bag Lady is the single. We're actually in the process of doing a video. We about to do just a whole promo run behind it, and it's going crazy. Like I said, we bring back bars over body.
Hey,
And that's what's happening on the song.
Hey, Filthy, and we'll see. She's gonna be on TV soon.
That's right.
Talk about it.
But we ain't done. We're going to come right back, man. We're going to get into this Bag Lady record. This is the We Outside Show. Amy Luciani, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Be loading, loading.
Yo, you know what it is. Your boy DJ Filthy Rich.
Yeah, it's your boy DJ Big X.
Hey, man, light skin, smooth in the building. What's happening?
Yes, sir. This is the We Outside Show, and we are back with Amy Luciani.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm liking these claps now.
I mean, you know, we got to make you
I'm
feel
liking 'em.
comfortable, you know.
I'm very
Star-studded.
comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. So before the break, we definitely got into the record. We loving the Bag Lady. We're going to push that. We're going to go crazy.
Thank you.
But outside of the music, you have a lot of things that you're doing. So we want to highlight some of those things. So let's talk about. I heard you have a children's book coming out.
I do. I have a children's book coming out. It's called Good Touch, Bad Touch. And it is a book that is needed in our community so much. I don't know if y'all know that the culture, ethnicity that has the most sexual assault in family is obviously African Americans, unfortunately.
Right. And
I feel like it's a conversation that is needed to be had with kids at a younger age, not in a class setting, not in an out loud setting, but just like one-on-one with kids. So I thought it was important to write a book called Good Touch, Bad Touch, which is a book that personally details with a parent or any grandmother, if you're raising your grandchildren, your aunt, it could be your godmama, anybody with kids, to have that one-on-one conversation to differentiate what's inappropriate touching and what is appropriate, because you hear a lot of the times, and I'm one of the people who have unfortunately been through that, through that in life. And I think as kids, we don't know if the parents aren't talking to us at a young age. As mother's gonna start talking to us at around when it's too late, pretty much. Like, it's important for the younger kids to know, it's like, you starting to get breasts, it's time to talk about it. No, it was time to talk about it before then, because we're spending the night at people's houses. We have friends who got brothers, we got uncles, friends of the family in the neighborhood. And it was just important for me to write a book to talk about, to know the difference, even as a kid. Like, okay, that was inappropriate, or that made me feel uncomfortable, because a lot of the times you hear people say when they get older, I didn't know that was what was going on. I didn't know that was what he was doing, or I didn't know that's what she was doing. Because women do it too now. We're not going to just say men. But a lot of the times people grow up and say, I didn't know that's what Uncle was doing, but if I had known that, I would have spoke up. But now the kids will know, because it's a really innocent way to have that conversation at a young age, just about going out, going to birthday parties, going to sleepovers, and knowing like, oh, that might be a bad touch, or, oh, Mom, was that a good touch, bad touch? So I just thought it was very important to write a book like this and not wait till kids get into school to talk about it. It's not a book that's really talking too much about just sex directly, but indirectly it's talking about, do you know your private areas? Do you know that only mommy and daddy or somebody you trust should be bathing you or doing this? You shouldn't be sitting on men's laps. It's a really pleasant way for parents to have that conversation. And even though I don't have kids, I have a lot of nieces and a lot of nephews. And when I was writing the book, I was getting a lot of insight from my sisters, and I just been researching stuff and just things that I've been through, things my mom's been through, or different people in my family. And everybody was saying, I just don't know how to start that conversation. Are they too young? Like,
no, you can start at 3 or 4.
Yeah,
as soon as they can comprehend.
It should start 3 or 4. It should start right when they're going into school, to know you don't have to go into the detail about sex and da-da-da-da, but you do need to have a conversation about inappropriate touch. It happens every day to people. So it was on my heart to write the book for years, and finally got it done. And it's a beautiful book. It's illustrated. It's really bright and it has pleasant pictures. And I just feel like this is going to be something that's really going to really save the day in a certain way.
Is this out already?
It's about to come out. We just finished it up. We're working on the last touches of publishing. So it'll be an ebook and it'll be a hard copy. So I'm super excited. That's probably like something that I've been one of my most proud projects that I'm putting out.
You should be. I'm not going to lie.
Sounds
Floor
amazing.
me with that. Man, I want to clap for that. That deserves a clap. Big time. I'm a father, so I don't play that shit. So
Yeah.
when you said it, I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
okay, because I have a little girl and a son. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
I personally had that talk with them when they were very little too. Like, I'm
Right.
very, very transparent with my kids. Like, we were talking about that off camera. Like, I curse in front of my kids and everything. I talk regular in front of my kids because they're going to be exposed to real life. So everything
Right.
they're going to see is going to come from me first.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, I think a lot of people, a lot of people need to go support that book, because a lot of people are scared to have those conversations.
Definitely.
Before someone even gets the book, is there one thing that you could give, like a message to parents or people to look for signs that maybe their kid is being touched and they not saying anything?
And see, that's the scary part, because sometimes it's no signs.
Yeah.
But what I've learned too through research is no signs, because the kid didn't know. If they didn't know, then it's like, I didn't know that that's what he was doing when he did that. So what I would say is just opening the communication. Stop. I feel like we as Black people, we have this thing of the little girl looking too fast. She trying to wear lip gloss. She being fast. We have this age gap on fastness or mannishness in boys. But sometimes the sexual assault is happening with kids on kids. From what they seen and what's happening to them, it's layers deep. We wait until it's like, oh, I think that she's getting of age or she should know this. No, she's been of age to know this. And instead of trying to protect them, like you said, putting it out there, you should put it out there. But I think that parents having, and see, I don't want to speak too much on what parents haven't did, because again, I don't have kids, but from what I'm seeing, it's this conversation of being like, I don't want to start too early talking about that and open their eyes to it. No. You don't want them going to their friend's house after school practice and finding out about it. You should have that conversation. So I just really took pride in making it a pleasant conversation. Like in the book, the pictures, like I said, it's bright, it's fun. You got sleepovers, you got fishing with Unc, you got women, we know women do this too. So you even have the braider in the room doing the hair with the little girl. It's real. It's a real book. And I think it's gonna, I don't want to sound cliche and say it's gonna save lives, but it's definitely going to make people be more aware and be more ahead of it, which ultimately could save some lives if you think about it.
Man, when that book come out, we got to bring you back on here and talk about that.
Definitely.
I ain't gonna lie.
Definitely.
I'm all about that. Like
Definitely.
we have conversations. Like my daughter is 10. You know what I'm saying? So she wants to have the sleepovers and all that. And I know it's like another dad, his daughter, he was like, my daughter wanted to have a sleepover at our house. And he called me. He was like, hey, man, look, my daughter never spent the night at nobody's house. I said, nigga, mine neither. So I feel you. So let's me and you go hang out. Let's go talk. Let's do that. And then I also told him, I was like, yo, I DJ at night. So to be honest, anytime girls come spend the night at my house, I'm not even there.
Okay,
I leave.
got it.
You know what I'm saying? So there's only women in the house. There's only my wife and the girls.
Okay.
Because I don't even want nobody even feeling that type of way.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So if I send my daughter to your crib, I want that same respect.
Don't
even be around her for real.
No, I get it. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you never be too safe, yo.
And people have this face, like it's this face of a predator or a face of a person that is perverted, or
you don't know what they look like.
It's not a face, and that's what the book is talking about. It's not a face. It's not. It could be anybody. It could be any situation. So yeah, it's a conversation starter, and I'm excited to put it out. So Good Touch, Bad Touch is definitely about to shake up some conversations.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So okay, the kitty.
Pretty kitty.
What is Pretty Kitty? That's a hell of a transition to go from touching to talking about Pretty Kitty.
Right.
I know, right?
My transition game, I got to work on it.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. So Pretty Kitty is a 3-step product that I have that helps in aiding turning that kitty pretty, because
Shouldn't it already? Shouldn't it be pretty?
Deserve to be down there on a pretty one.
No, they ain't all pretty. You know that. You been outside, nigga. Shit.
So basically, with women's bodies, the body changes after you have kids. Some of my friends is like, girl, I just keep having breakouts. It's dark. And some women just naturally after shaving or waxing, you have all type of breakouts. The woman's body can be triggered by so many things: too much sugar, stress, not enough water, too much alcohol, which breaks down to sugar. Just too much of everything. Honestly, too much grease, too much fat is all effective to our bodies. So I wanted to develop a product that would help with an area that maybe wives and women don't say in front of y'all is important, but it is very important for us when we look down and it's like, this is getting out of control.
It's important for us too.
Yeah. Y'all be trying to be nice and act like, wifey, you good. I ain't tripping, but y'all be talking about us behind our backs to y'all homeboys.
Something funky.
My wife,
No, you
my
don't.
homeboys At all.
Your girl, your
Nah.
other girls.
Nah. I talk about them girls in the strip club though. I'm not one of them
talking
niggas
about
that talk
the
about
girls.
mine to other niggas.
So
That's
when
weird.
you see a
Yeah, that's
crunchy
weird.
coochie,
Not mine, like
let me
somebody
ask you
else's
this:
though.
when you seeing a crunchy coochie in the club, what's your thoughts?
She ain't gonna make no money tonight.
Okay.
Pretty
She need
that
the pretty
up.
kitty. She need the pretty kitty. You just said what I wanted you to say. She needs the pretty kitty.
I'm a brand ambassador. You don't see me shoot my shot.
I actually might need you to be in a
Shoot
club
my
with
shot.
it. I need you to be in a club with the pretty kitty now,
on.
okay?
Good- I'm
Because
out.
you've seen a lot of kitties in the...
Listen, I'll take it right to the house, Mom. We go platinum.
Okay, now we're going to talk. We're going to talk about some money.
Businessman, man.
There
So
you
yeah,
go.
it's a 3-step product. It's an oil, it's a natural soap bar, and it's a cream. Everything is natural. It's turmeric based, and turmeric is like a main product that lightens skin, not bleaching, but fading. So if you are a person who shaves, women, you know you have breakouts after that. If you waxing, you know you have breakouts after that because the skin is irritated. But I developed a product that is natural, and it pretty much turns that kitty pretty.
You got some of that with you?
Long story short. If we bring a kid, Felicia,
You got some
we
samples?
got any pretty kitty?
Meow.
No, we don't have any with us.
Meow.
I'm gonna bring y'all some back.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm not bringing no pretty
Bring me
kitty
the-
around.
the-
They might like,
the
what you trying to
coochie.
say?
Now,
The
and see,
coochie
that's the thing.
Who? You
It's
better
not
not get none of that nigga and bring it
It's
home.
not a diss. Listen, it's not a diss. It softens the skin, the oil. So you don't gotta get it because it's a problem, but you want it to be soft.
Nah, they got to get it for
Take
themselves.
that. Take
Okay,
it
I
home. You
get it.
want to?
Can't no man walk in the house and be like, hey, I got you something.
Pretty kitty.
They be like, what the fuck?
It's a way you do it.
Okay, you got to
It's
teach a
a way
nigga
you
that.
do
boy.
it. It's a way.
'Cause if
Okay,
somebody,
there you go.
If my wife
I
came
got
home
you.
and was like,
I got you.
here goes something for your dick, you be like, damn, what's wrong with my dick? Something wrong with my shit? Nah, this
What if
is
she
just,
said it's
I was just thinking
what
about
if she
you.
said it's
Pretty
a
dicky.
moisturizer?
Moisturizer.
What did you say?
Whoa,
what is it?
I heard
Pretty,
it.
pretty dick.
Pretty dick.
Pretty diggy.
Let me, Felicia, write that down.
Oh,
Pretty
Jesus
dick.
Christ.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so that's the product.
Like a dick filter.
We just rebranded it. We just rebranded Pretty Kitty. So we just did a facelift on it with the packaging.
It's on Instagram?
It's on Instagram. Yep. My Pretty Kitty is the Instagram. And we are gearing up for this huge relaunch. And we working. We going crazy. I always tell the girls that you need to have a few ways. Oh, my bad. It's with the I. Pretty with the I. I always tell the girls that you definitely want to, you know, you can be the best rapper in the world. You can be the best singer in the world. You can be the best hairstylist. You can be the best dancer in the world. But you got to have, my bad, you have to have a few sources of income to really do what you're trying to do. So
live.
for me, yes. For me, I definitely want to put out products that I really care for, that I feel like mean something for us. So, yeah, ladies, y'all better get it together.
Man, I love your entrepreneurial spirit. Like, you really a boss. Like, to have multiple streams and they're all different, I think that's super fire. Because a lot of people, like you said, you can't just be a rapper these days. I don't care what type of artist you're. If you new, you can't just eat off of music no more.
Right.
You can't. So the fact that you're brand building while you're rising musically is fire to me.
For sure.
Yeah, hell
For
yeah.
sure.
And that's probably how you can stay independent too, huh?
Definitely. I'm a person, I'm a culture watcher. I watch it closely. And a lot of the people that I really admire, from the Jay-Z's to the Kanye's, the Rihanna's, just all of them, a lot of them really saw those billions of dollars once they had a product.
Yep.
Like, you just got to kind of go back and look at it. And so I know for sure music, I love it. I'm going to do it. I do it in my sleep. It's what I love to do. But reality is, hell, I'm trying to
treacherous
go up,
business.
up and up. It's a treacherous business, and it's a window, but it ain't the longest window. So I'm going to be working the products, and I just don't put out bullshit. I definitely put out stuff that means something to me. So we're going to keep laughing to the bank and doing the music.
Hell yeah.
Both of them.
The bag lady.
Bag Lady. That's why the single
That's
was
right,
called
yeah.
Bag Lady.
Hell yeah. Well, look, it was a pleasure having
Oh,
you.
no,
man.
hold up.
No.
Oh, you want to keep going?
No. She gonna be
All right,
on
now
TV
we
soon.
outside
there's
after
more.
dark.
She gonna be on TV soon, you know, in some capacity, whatever you can discuss.
Yeah. They finally came and got the girl for the big screen.
She was too good for Tubi. Goddamn, my girl, Av. I tried to get him. I tried to get her.
Now, Tubi spend that check, honey. We'll go
Yeah. Turn up.
toot it on. We'll go to Tubi now.
So what can you speak about?
I'm on TV now, y'all. Mama, we on TV. We made it. Say nah. Just signed on a show, and I'm excited. This is the hardest thing. I can't say too much about it, but I can say that I'm excited. I'll be on your screens now every week. And being the authentic me, I'm excited for the platform that I'm on. and gonna be showcasing the music and just my life and just doing what I've been doing anyway.
Okay.
But just on a bigger scale because we on TV now, bitch. Made it to TV.
What up, though?
What did the haters say? All right, you see me now. You see me now.
That's dope. So when can we be looking for that? Are you allowed to say at least when?
Real soon.
Okay. All right. So by the time
Very
it's
Like
done, right?
real soon.
Yeah. And do we have time for a game question?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I do want to do this. All right, so we want to test your black card.
I'm scared.
All right. So I'm going to
My
ask.
black card been took in so many ways.
No. All right, well, let's see if you can win it back.
Okay, I want to win it
All
back.
right.
Go ahead.
So we got this game. I'm going to ask you a question, and you have 15 seconds to answer the question. Okay?
Hold up.
15
You got to
I
get.
got my
You
clock
got your
together.
clock out.
Yeah.
Get 15 seconds.
15. You can't.
Okay, let's see what we got here. We ready?
Ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Name 3 black NBA coaches.
I done had 2 athletes in my life. Don't know none of the coaches. Want me to try?
Yeah, try. Some players turn into coaches.
Michael Jordan? I'm done.
All right, that's
I'm
it.
done.
Okay. That was too hard for you. I'm gonna.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about sports
Sports, okay.
besides them niggas be fine. And I'm looking for another one. That's all I know.
Pretty kitty, guys. All right. Okay, ready?
Let's go.
List 3 Jodeci songs.
Can I talk to you? Cry for you tonight. Lady, Jodeci. Ooh yeah. Freaky tonight. Freak you.
Freak you. All right.
What?
You got it.
What?
We got some help. Good. The
Yeah.
team is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
She put something on them songs.
She
but-
did. She
yeah.
did. It's like freaky something.
There's Cry for
Yeah.
You. What was the first one?
Can I
she said?
talk to you?
Can I
Come and talk to
Come
me.
and talk to me.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah. See that?
another
Yeah, see, we DJs. That's how we get it out off the request.
I
Play
love
that Jodeci. Can you talk to me?
They be like, hey, yeah, we know. What
Yeah, we got you.
I said
You gotta give her
Campbell.
one
They
more.
always fuck up the name. No, she wants some more. You want to keep going? All right.
One more.
Ready?
Yeah.
List 3 names DMX said in the song what they really want.
Keisha, Brittany. It was Lisa.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
Yes. So I got my black card.
You got your
Yeah.
black card. You got your black card.
Because I don't know all the black movies. They took my cards years ago.
You
We
don't
ain't
know
gonna
the
get into that. No,
Okay, because I.
no. I'm catching up and watching them right now.
Good. Well, you got your black card back today.
All
so
right.
that's good. That's good. That's good. Well, nah, man, we had a good time with you, dog. It was a good
I
interview.
definitely enjoy myself.
Yeah, good. Y'all make sure y'all check out that bag, lady. Shout out all your social medias and everything so people can follow you.
Follow me on Instagram at Amy Luciani World. That's AMYLUCIANI World. Everything is Amy Luciani World, y'all. Tune in, tap in. We going crazy this year. I'm doing more walking and less talking this year.
I like that.
So keep your eye out for me.
All right. Y'all fellas look out for them pretty kitties, man. Keep them.
And that big old ass dog.
Yeah. You know what it is, the We Outside Show. We'll see y'all next week.